Thank you to Taro Wolf for their generous donation on Patreon. If you would like to join them in their generosity, the link to my Patreon page is in the description. Hello everyone! My name is Deckerlink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. On the last episode, we had a bit of sexy time, and on this one, we're going to see the follow-up of it, I imagine. I imagine that's the case. Yeah, so let's get right into it. I don't really have much to add here. I move around in the bed quite a bit before finally awaking. Awaking. Sorry. For some reason, I just couldn't get comfortable during the night. I feel a desire to sleep in for a little while longer. My recollections of the previous day's events come back to me slowly. As soon as I remember what Shoichi and I did. Suffice it to say, my face feels quite hot right now. Wait, where is he even? Oh my. I look around for a bit, my eyes finally resting on my dresser where I see him hunched over, looking at something. I see if wow. Shoichi turns around, shocked at my suddenly crying out in pain. I tried to sit up, and it came out of nowhere, sending a shiver up my spine and making the fur on my neck stand at attention. What did? What's going on? Are you okay? I'm fine. Just, is he sore? My ass hurts. Aw, poor fuck. How am I even supposed to tell him something like that? Just... please don't look at me with those worried eyes. It's seriously hard to keep a secret when you look at me like that. It's nothing. I'm fine. Come on, you're hiding something from me, aren't you? Yes, but I promise it's nothing bad. I just rather not say. Oh. Shoichi's cheeks started getting redder, and his eyes darted away from me. I guess even he's embarrassed by it. What are you even doing anyway? Inspecting my dresser? Huh? My dresser, you were studying it quite intently. Oh, right. Please tell me you weren't going through my stuff. I know I've known you forever and all, but that'd be kind of creepy. I wasn't going through your dresser. I placed my phone to charge on top of it. Wait, seriously? When? There was no power when we went to bed. Just because you always sleep through the night doesn't mean I do. And you were tossing and turning a lot, so it was difficult to stay asleep. Oh, I don't usually move a lot in my sleep. Sorry I didn't let you sleep. It's quite alright. But yeah, the power was back on the first time I woke up, and so I decided to plug my phone in. I think I should probably do the same. I didn't get a chance to charge my phone last night. I reach for my phone and go over my messages. Nothing from Aki. What's with that disappointed face? I messaged Aki last night, but he hasn't answered me yet. Makes sense. He was spending the night at a friend's house. I doubt he'd even be checking his phone very much during it. I know, it just worries me. All Aki has to do is breathe, and you'll already be worrying about the quality of the oxygen. That's not true. I'm not that bad. I've heard you grilling him about the friends he keeps and how long he stays out on days he doesn't have practice. I'm just being responsible. Face it, man, you're a bit of a paranoid obsessive control freak when it comes to your brother. What? No, I'm not. And also, you're in denial. I'm not that bad. Hey, it's not like it's all bad. It just shows you care. Just loosen the strings a little bit. Easy for you to say. It's not you that has to worry about someone's well-being at almost every waking hour of the day when you're not together. Seriously? I have a teenaged rebellious baby sister that lives apart from me. Point taken. I get out of the bed, wincing when I feel another sudden flash of pain emanating from my nether region. Are you sure you're okay? Yeah, I'll live. It just caught me by surprise earlier, that's all. I'm sorry. For what? I, took things too fast. I only planned on giving you oral, but I got too carried away and was even rough on you. I crossed a line, and I'm sorry. Take a deep breath. For some reason, having Shoichi freaking out in front of me calms me down immensely. And I probably shouldn't tell him that, because it might upset him. No, you didn't. You're fine. But I pressured you into it. You wouldn't have agreed if I didn't. I walk up to him, wrapping my hand around his muzzle and forcing it shut. Shoichi's eyes immediately go wide and he pulls away from me. Hey, watch it! What do you think you're doing? Keeping you from running your mouth. There are nicer ways to go about that. You could have made me bite my tongue. Oh yeah. Isn't that the same thing I did to Haruki last week? Oops. Look, I'll be honest. I was really nervous last night. And yeah, you pushing me is a big part of why I went with it. But that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad thing. At least I don't feel like it was. I don't feel disrespected or taken advantage of or anything, really. In fact, now that it's happened, I feel a lot more comfortable around you because what else can we do that we haven't done already? I guess that's a point. I mean, you're standing in front of me in just your underwear, and I'm totally fine with it. Before, I would feel uncomfortable even if you had a shirt on. Is that why you're okay being naked in front of me? I look down at myself and remember that I didn't put any clothes on yet. Wow, fuck it. I don't give a shit about the Waluigi joke anymore. It's done. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Turn around while I put clothes on. Where's my underwear? Wow, 2 whole minutes without freaking out? That's a new record, actually. Oh god, an hour later. The kitchen is completely taken over by the smell of toasted bread. Oh, that's a nice smell. Once Shoichi and I both got dressed, we walked downstairs so we could have breakfast. Moving around is being a little harder than I expected right now. Every time I wince, Shoichi nearly lunges at me with worry. Which of course just means I've begun masking them so he won't keep doing that. I love the guy, but he fusses over every little thing, and that's just beyond annoying. Platonically, of course. I think. You fucked him! Jesus Christ! Just, you know what? Just because you fuck someone doesn't mean you love them. But he obviously does. Oh my god. So, I'm trying to think of something to talk about, but it's proving unexpectedly hard. Other than when he tries to jump to my aid, we've barely said 2 words to each other. Even small talk would be better than nothing right now. Yeah? Why is he being so jumpy? It's hard to be calm and relaxed around someone acting like a child awaiting punishment. Come on, Shoichi, I already said everything's fine. Stop looking so guilty. I can't help it. Yeah, of course he's been trained to think that any little transgression is cause for, like, a giant fucking freakout by his dad. It's no wonder that he's expecting us to go fucking apeshit on him. It's part of a learned traumatic response. I remember once one of my less proud moments is I went through a period of my childhood that was so traumatic to me. I actually have diagnosed PTSD, and because of that, when I moved schools and I actually started to get friends, it was such an alien experience to me that I remember getting upset that I did something that a friend of mine didn't like. I don't remember what it was. And he just sort of forgave me. He just said it was fine. And I got so upset because I was expecting him to yell and scream and be mad and hit me and do whatever the fuck. I got mad at him. I yelled at him. I yelled at him to be mad at me. And it was a public thing. I did it in front of people, and I didn't... it was bad. But at that time, I hadn't processed what I had gone through, and, you know, because of that, I had a lot of shit I had to work through. So, I understand if that is where this is going, that otherwise he's just being a worrywart. Very possible. It's been an hour since I said things were fine. Why are you still freaking out? We are fine. Stop being so weird about it. You're making it really hard for me to act like it's not a big deal. I just think... Ah! I groaned, placing a plate with 2 sandwiches I was preparing down on the counter with a loud clanking sound. Oh my God, you're so annoying sometimes. Forgive me if I have a conscience. Urge to strangle growing. Look, I'm only going to say this one more time. You and I are fine. I don't need or want any apologies. I don't feel slighted or disrespected. We are fine. Now sit down, shut up, and eat. Yes, sir. He quickly does what I say, pulling a chair and grabbing one of the sandwiches from the plate. Shoichi has toasted bread, cheese, egg, fried chicken, katsu, and spicy pickled cabbage. Everything except the cabbage on that sound is amazing. I avoided placing the devil's shredded paper on mine, though. Ha ha ha! Nice. That stuff has a nasty taste and texture. Instead, I just took a few slices of ham and put it in its place. Nuts. Shoichi munches on his food with a real bummed-out look on his face. I know that look. It's the I want to say something but shouldn't face. It's amazing. Even when he's being completely silent, he somehow finds a way to annoy me. Alright, fine. Out with it. Out with what? Oh, please, you're a terrible secret keeper. You look like a pissed-off customer when he's about to leave a negative review on Yelp without saying anything anything to the staff. Where the hell are you getting these examples? From the internet, and that's not the point. Spill. I just feel bad about yesterday. But why? I already told you so many times that we are fine. Why do you insist on choosing to be annoyed? It's not about that. I mean, I dumped a lot of my issues on your plate last night. And then in an effort to get things back on track, I became forceful. As soon as I finished, and after I woke up the first time, I started thinking more clearly. My mind was in a really bad place last time, and I wasn't thinking straight, even before I got, horny. I was looking for a different word to say. No reason to. We have the actual word. Carry on. Look, I'm just... Even if you say you're fine with it, I'm not. I didn't want to go that far. I wanted our first time to be more special. I wanted to treat you right, to show you that you have just how much you mean before we finally made love. Made love. Wow, I guess he's one of those guys. So is that what it's about? You think our first time was bad? Not bad. I never said that word. It was really good for me. I even got carried away during it because you were just so... I mean, look, my point is, I built this up inside my head for so long, and it wasn't what I expected. Suffice to say, in the scenario I pictured in my head, I didn't pressure you into it, made you feel uncomfortable, or ended up crippling you the morning after. First of all, I'm not crippled. Second of all, you're barely making any sense. Shoichi grumbles, looking away from me with a frown. How is it that the dude can get laid and come out of it even moodier than he was before? I mean, I'm the one who wound up with a sore ass, so why is he complaining? At least it's easy for me to keep a clear head when he's being so ridiculous. How can I put this? I'm so focused trying to calm him down that I don't even have the energy to freak out myself. Look, having expectations is all fine and good. But if you spend months or years planning something to the finest detail, chances are reality won't be able to measure up. That's just asking to be disappointed. I know. I just think you deserved more. Listen, big guy, I already told you I'm fine. Were things a little rushed there? Definitely. I can't disagree with that. But I don't regret anything. Oh, maybe I regret taking longer to stretch a little... Not taking longer to stretch a little bit. Right. I got to spend the night with you. I'm surprisingly relaxed about it, and I don't feel nearly as self-conscious as I thought I would. Besides, I'm so panicky that you probably wouldn't have even been able to get me to do it without What? That without some amount of coercion. Oh, okay. Yeah. That just sounds dangerous. Hey, if I really didn't want it, I would have refused. Not that the thought didn't cross my mind at the time, but hey, he doesn't need to know that. And I'll die before I admit this to him, but last night actually felt really good. I'm not sure if it's worth being in pain the day after, but with that stuff hopefully dealt with, are you good? I guess. Oh, that wasn't a happy I guess. Talk to me. I already talked to you about it last night. You mean the thing about your dad? The very same. I thought you said you didn't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to, but I kind of feel like I have to. I've had a lot of pressure put on me by him my whole life. I know he's trying to push me into a career he thinks will be good for me, but I can't help but feel it's not really me. I mean, sure, I'd probably be very good at a management job. I'm organized, good with computers, prompt and punctual. Those are all things he drilled into me over the years. He always said he wanted me to join some kind of company and make my way to the board of directors with time. Isn't that pretty much your dad's career path? Yep. He wants me to follow in his footsteps, hardcore. And don't get me wrong, his plans are good. Most of what he says makes sense. I could have a really good, comfortable life if I just went with what he decided for me. I've told myself over the years that I was fine with it. But now that I've finally run out of time and have to give up volleyball like I promised I would, I feel so conflicted. I didn't think I loved it so much, Cleves. It honestly scares me to realize how hard in denial I was all these years. I don't want to give it up, no matter what he says. I always thought you were really in denial, but you constantly disagreed with me on that, so I eventually decided to keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry about that. I guess you really did know best. Aw, if he's going to be acting so downcast about it, then I can't really gloat. Or, not that I would. No, never. Also, this is a lot of information to process first thing in the morning. I really want to give him my own opinion on it, but I feel like this is the sort of thing where I should just be a good boyfriend and listen to his problems. I don't need to give him any advice unless he asks for it. Do you have any idea what you're going to do about it? I want to tell him that I want to continue, at least for the winter competition. You know, it's going to be just as hard to give it up then as it is now. I know that. Or at least I do on a rational level. I can't really know how I'm going to actually feel when the time comes. So, you're really going to do this? I think so. I'll leave it for after midterms. Maybe if I show him some really high grades, he'll feel charitable enough to let me. Hearing him say the words "let me" really bothers me deep down. When I do you think you could be there with me? You know, for moral support and to let the audience be able to see it? Of course! If this is what you really want, then I'll support you 100%. Thanks. I haven't officially quit the volleyball club yet, so I still have some time. Besides, it'd be a shame if I left now that the club has the best chance of winning it's had in years. You mean because of Haruki? Yeah, he's still being Haruki, but he's a lot more cooperative now. I think getting to actually be on the court for the entire match during the finals really made something click inside his brain. He's been surprisingly well behaved, or at least as well behaved as one would expect from him. If he'd been like that for longer, we probably could have won. As things stood, he didn't mesh well with the team yet due to lack of familiarity. Man, he starts talking volleyball, and it's like an immediate mood uplift. You were cowering just thinking of confronting your father 2 seconds ago, and now you're all smiles? How did you manage to go this long seriously believing you didn't care about the sport? You really are hopeless. Hopefully things work out well for you guys. Yeah, I really don't want to be the only senior retiring this early. Are the others all sticking with the club? Yeah, for better or worse, our club only really has two types of players. The ones that don't care about their grades and admittance exams, and the ones that do well enough to not need to worry about it. And, well, then there's me. I really don't fall into either of those two camps. You fall into the camp of the demonic drill sergeant. You're looking at me funny. I am. No, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at you pretty normally. Sure, if you say so. By the way, what are your plans for today? Should we go out, stay in, or maybe we could go to the arcade? Those are all wonderful ideas, but, I actually will go home in like an hour or so. What? Why? This is the weekend before midterms. My dad didn't even want me to come here in the first place, let alone spend the night. Besides, I already goofed off for all of Saturday. I really need to study. Study? That's your great idea on how to spend a Sunday? Yes. Some of us still need to focus on their studies to get good grades. All this just to placate your father? Did you even listen to the stuff I just said to you? I need good grades to have any chances of being allowed to stay on the team. I heard. Doesn't mean I like it. Sorry, Cleves. Ida had liked nothing more than to spend my whole day with you, but we both know that's not feasible. But hey, maybe Aki will have gotten home by the time I leave, then he can keep you company. Sure, my little brother is a perfect substitute for my boyfriend. He and I can just have so much fun together the way I could with you. I know you're being sarcastic, but yeah. Don't throw a tantrum just because you're not getting your way. What, a tantrum? I don't throw tantrums. Most of the time. You're pouting. I'm not pouting, you're pouting. Maybe I should just go home right now. No, I was just kidding. Uh-huh. So you'll stay for another hour, right? What can we do with this 1 hour? There really isn't much to be done. I could help you organize the house, check if the storm's last second caused any damages. Do all your ideas have to be so boring? Yes, it comes with the territory. Shoichi leans forward and plants a kiss on my nose. Besides, we already had a lot of fun yesterday. I feel my cheeks growing red and look away pretending to cough. You're so cute. I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, this won't take long. Just have to check if the power surge yesterday didn't fry any electronics before we pulled them out of the plug. Do we really have to do this now? Sure. That way we can just relax for a bit before I have to leave. A few hours later. Okay, so he definitely have left by now. I'm idly browsing the internet on my phone, feeling too lazy to get off the couch. Shoichi left almost 2 hours ago, and I've barely done anything since then. I need to start preparing lunch at some point, but I don't feel like it right now. Oh, the boy. Turn around to the sound of the door being unlocked and opened. A few seconds later, Aki shows up. Morning. Where's Shoichi? He drops the messenger bag he took to his friend's house by the side of the sofa and sits next to me. He left a while ago, said he had to study for midterms. Oh yeah, yours are tomorrow, aren't they? You should probably study too. I don't need to hear that from you two. Whatever you say. Is everything okay over here? I heard some areas of town lost power last night. Your friend's house didn't? No. Although a tree fell in the front of the house. Nearly missed the gate. Ended up blocking us in until it was cleared away. What? It's alright. His house is way further back from the gate's wall, so it didn't even come close to it. Well, it did narrowly miss the power cables, though. You're not going on sleepovers again. Uh-huh. Sure. I'm being serious here. You're being dramatic. Little twerp rolls his eyes, getting up and walking to the kitchen. I follow him around, giving him a real stink eye the whole time. He used to get shape up right away when he was younger, whenever I did this, but nowadays it's like he doesn't even care. You keep doing that and your face will get stuck that way. I hate teenage years. What about you? How was your night? It was like you said, power went out. Up until then, we've been watching movies and chatting. Did you see anything good? You're trying to change the subject. Look, you're not gonna keep me from having a social life just because you're a worrywart. I'll take this up with Mom if I have to. A tree fell. It blocked you in. How are you not more freaked out over this? Because it was a tree falling during a storm, it's hardly that rare, and it's not like we have any control over it. Besides, we have trees planted right inside the house's outer gates. For all we know, we're at a higher risk of having a tree fall on our house than they are. Hell, you have 2 trees growing right outside your window. We're going to install a moratorium on trees now. What? A moratorium? Since when do you even know that word? And did he even use it right? I have no idea. He didn't use the word install right. Look, you're worried about me, I get it. It's kind of cute and all. But you don't have to go all psycho because of it. It's cute? Are you seriously talking down to me right now? Aki grabs a water bottle from the fridge, taking a sip of water, giving me a couple of pats on the side of my arm, and walking back to the living room. Good talk. I can't believe I'm getting completely dismissed here. I'm losing an argument to a child. Stop trying to walk away from me. Stop trying to make up crazy rules. Aki, I'm just trying to look out for you. I don't need you to look out for me. I'm a grown-up. I can look out for myself. You're 12! My point exactly. Am I having an aneurysm? Is this what an aneurysm feels like? Aki, look, I appreciate you worrying about me, and I swear if you try to install rules that actually make sense, I'll do my best to follow them, but you're being way too crazy. How am I being crazy? You spent the night out on a sleepover, a tree fell in your general vicinity, and as a result, I'm banning sleepovers forever. How is that? What about this is crazy? Should I just go to my room? You know, the place where things make sense and you're not allowed inside. Good luck keeping me from going inside. I installed a lock on my door. You installed a lock on your door? You do know repeating what I say in that weird huffy tone isn't going to make it any less true, right? Since when did you install a lock on your door? Last month. Before you go apeshit over it, Mom signed off on it. Apeshit? Where did you even learn to talk like that? Oh God, is my little brother turning into a delinquent? What? No way Mom would ever agree to that. Of course she would. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a lock on your door. That's beside the point. Sure is. Okay, fine. I'll let it slide this time, but you're on thin ice. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I'm going up to my room. Call me if you need help making lunch. Aki tries to slip away from me, but I grab his arm before he can do so. Wait! No! You're being really annoying right now. All right, fine, I'll drop it. Really? Yes. I was being unreasonable. You being unreasonable? Shocking. Hey, I'm trying to meet you in the middle here. Don't be a twat. And what brought this sudden change of heart? And, okay, it's really unlike you. Shoichi grilled me over it earlier this morning when I mentioned being worried about you. Said I'm too much of an anxious mess when it comes to your safety. He's not wrong. Still, I'm sorry you had to hear that. You could try saying it without a smile on your face. Sorry, I'm trying. This is the best I can do. I guess Shoichi has to be the voice of reason even when he's not here. I'll have to thank him for it later. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Immensely. Little bastard's laughing at me right now. I wish I believed in physical punishments. I wish I'd gotten home earlier. I need to hang out with Shoichi anymore. It's sad that you want to spend more time with him than you do with me. You said that, not me. Aw, don't get upset. I still love you. I'm not upset. I love you too. Anyway, I'm hungry. Do you need any help preparing lunch? From you? You can't even cook. Hey, I can be useful in other ways. Alright, feel free to tell me when you discover one of them. Aren't you funny all of a sudden? You give me a hard time, I give you a hard time. It's how we keep our relationship equal. You already were giving me a hard time, just now. Denied. I take it back, I think I hate you. Isn't it fun? It's fun. So fun. Oh, Christ, this motherfucker. Well, you will have your chance in the next episode. Thank y'all very much for watching, and until then, I've been the trained unprofessional, and you're not. Oh, God, the fucking YouTuber shit. Follow me on my social medias. If you want to play this game, the link to it's in the description. Twitter and TikTok are the places I really do things other than here, and even then, I don't really do anything over there. There's also a Discord page run by someone else. It's about me, I guess, but it's not run by me, and I don't have the social energy to do things there. I don't know. Oh, Christ. Sorry. I'm sorry. Thank y'all. Bye. Oh, Lord. What have I done?